Hi, folks. Good afternoon. How's everybody? Thanks for joining today. I am going to start doing a reading for Aquarius in about 8 minutes. 9 minutes. It's 5:21 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I just wanted to see what happens if I get started a couple minutes early. Thanks everybody for joining. Please, would you enter the room and that'll let others know that I'm live streaming. Okay. I don't get it. They tell you to do all of this beforehand, and then when you do it beforehand, it doesn't show up. At least not on my end. Maybe it's showing up other places. But this is going to be a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the time period of between now and the end of August 2018. Of course, it can go longer than that. These are general readings, so if it doesn't, if the situations or the advice or whatever messages don't apply to your life, then it doesn't apply to your life. And that may be a good thing or a bad thing, but it doesn't matter. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Don't try to make it fit where it doesn't, okay? So, um, we are going to be using this new deck of cards that I've gotten this month, Divine, Feminine, and Masculine Reunited. So for those of us who are in a twin flame relationship and we are currently in union with our twin, or we are in direct contact with our twin, we may not be living together, but we have a relationship that we know one another, we call one another, we exchange energies with one another from time to time, who knows, but whatever. But you know who he or she is, and you are constantly, not constantly, but you are in contact with them. You know, you don't live with them. They're at a distance, maybe, or for whatever reason. Um, so we're going to be using these cards this cycle, and they're new. I just ordered them and got them in. They came from Australia, and so far they've been pretty nice. I'm kind of enjoying the messages. I'm hoping that other people are also. And the second part of the reading, which I will be using the Tarot Sexual Magic, I'll be uploading that part to Vimeo. So the deck is broken down in it's 44 cards broken down into 11 different categories. And thank you for being here. I won't know that you're here or who you are unless you say something in the comments. But thanks for coming. Hopefully staying. Please like so that other people will know that the live streaming is going on. I can't like it myself, so yeah, so this deck is broken down into four categories: the masculine, feminine, the shadow, and the light. So what I've been doing this week is getting a card for each one of the categories, each one of the energies, and building the story from there and dealing with the lessons from that perspective of whatever the cards are. So far, I think it's been pretty interesting and a little bit of a change. All right. And being able to upload live is really a lot easier to upload, at least to one of the channels, and the other channel I'll upload to it when this cycle is done. I think that's the fairest way for me to do it, along with everything else that I have to do in order to prepare to get these messages out. So we got 5 more minutes before 5:30. So I guess if there's any questions anybody has that they want to ask, they could ask before I get started, if you're interested in doing that. Um, we're also going to be using the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and that's by Colette Baron Reed. And that's like a tarot oracle type card. So that'll be what we'll be clarifying some of these challenges and these messages We'll be using those cards, and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay? All right, so let's start with the first card that I got for you, because I decided to just go ahead and do the shuffling and getting the cards out because it takes too long on camera. So I did it beforehand. I did my prayers. Trust me. I shuffled. I put them down. 4 cards, one for the male, one for the female, one for the shadow, and one for the enlightenment. Okay? First card that came up for Aquarius, masculine energy, is Osiris. Number 3. Osiris is the god of transformation. Okay? Osiris, this is showing from the story of Osiris, him taking his first breath after he had been dismembered, and his wife, I think it's Isis, brought him pieces of his body back together. I believe that's the story. And this is showing him taking his first breath after being put back together. Transformation, change. All right. Similar, I would imagine, to some of the energy in the death card in the regular tarot. This is a 3, so this is the Trinity. So this is something that is this is about God and creation, okay, of the Trinity, okay, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. All right, we see that there's a dove also, a peace dove in this picture, as he is taking his first breaths. So, the divine masculine is trying to let us know, or let the divine feminine know, that he has changed, that he has made a transformation. Let's see what he's saying. And again, remember, these are gods. All right, the divine masculines are gods, and the divine feminines are goddesses. Osiris speaks. The times that we feel the greatest pain are brought to us as pivotal moments that can catapult into a realm of existence even higher than we ever thought possible. First, it is important to go through the death cycle. Although your current schema of spirituality in your time frame on Earth is a beautiful one, it has unfortunately created a rather large stigma around feeling deeply. What I ask of you is to help change this. In the act of rejuvenation, it is vital that all of the old be killed off first. In the moments when you feel total and utter despair, you are in fact doing a monumental burn off of parts within you that need to die. Old traumas, hurts, past lives, templates, beliefs. Allow yourself to have complete and utter feeling of your emotion. Wrap yourself up in a blanket and retreat. The only way through this emotion is through it. Once you have felt it all, that's the time for the new to come in. But only when room has been made. When the transformational power is ready to come sweeping in, just as you can see me depicted here, taking my first breath after my period of death, anything is possible once you are reborn. So this is talking about transformation. This is talking about reincarnation. So this could be telling us that the masculine feels that he's lost something recently, that he's changed, he's experienced an awakening that has been real. Something has happened that has turned his world around, that has turned him around, that has made him aware of his spirituality, of his connection to God, of the essence of who he is. Okay, so something about him has changed, and he's trying to communicate that with peace. He's coming with peace. All right, so very nice. The energy that got came here for the feminine, the goddess, is Pachamama. Pachamama, the goddess of forgiveness. Number 8, the goddess of forgiveness. So, transformation and forgiveness. So you're forgiven, you're ready to forgive the masculine, perhaps. You're in the mood to forgive. You have a forgiving spirit generally. And maybe what you're saying is that you are willing to forgive him because you notice that he has changed. You notice the transformation. You're accepting the transformation. You have 8, which is another card of divinity and wisdom and infinite knowledge. So you are seeing a situation clearly, calling on your spirit guides, calling on your ancestors. All right. You're willing to call a truce. You're willing to forgive previous actions by your masculine. If this masculine fits the description of your masculine in your life, then this is you. If you're a masculine and you are wanting some forgiveness for something that you know you've done, if you feel that you have changed, then this is for you. So let's see what happens when Pachamama speaks. My dear child, I'm watching over all of you, and I feel your pain. I feel the deep hurts that are now so deeply entrenched within your collective that Mother Earth herself is embedded to her core with this pain. What I have to share with you is so fundamentally important at this time that you can consider it one of the main cornerstones of your healing. Forgiveness is the medicine humanity needs. It is integral to know that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you. Holding on to hatred, anger, and bitterness only makes you heavy. It stops you from being able to attract lightness into your own life. It closes your heart. It keeps your energy blocked and stagnant. For way too long, you have been harboring hatred and pain and resentment within your bodies. Within your consciousness, within your cellular memory and ancestral lines. Forgiving someone does not condone those behaviors, the behaviors that they have shown you, and it certainly does not mean that they can violate your boundaries again. Forgiveness does not condone the behaviors that they have shown you, and it certainly does not mean that they can violate your boundaries again. It is to release the pain. It is not to say that the pain never existed. It is to release you from being trapped in that energy loop, feeling like the betrayal is still occurring in the present. This is how radical change can manifest for you, to assist in releasing the old paradigm and to building a new foundation of love, of harmony, and of joy. So, releasing the pain, forgiving the actions, forgiving the person, not condoning the behavior and not signaling to them, and they should not take it as a signal. Hey, Juliet, that they can cross that boundary again. So you have to be able to forgive, but this comes after speaking and understanding. You have to communicate and you have to talk. But I'm also getting the feeling that this forgiveness is part, hey, awake, is part of what is giving the male the chance to breathe again. And your forgiveness is that important to him, that you give him the impetus to want to change because of what he sees in you, the divinity that he is recognizing within you. He's questioning himself if he would be able to forgive him. He understands how hard this is for you. That's why he's been taking his time and laying low, doing that four swords, marinating, blocking, hiding, running, all of that. Because he doesn't know, he's afraid that you won't forgive him and that he won't be able to transform unless you forgive him. He knows that. He feels that. Feels like he feels that what he has put you through, or the way that you feel about what has happened in the relationship from your perspective, to him is the blockage, and he doesn't know if you forgive him for what he's done because he knows that he's not made the right choices. But you, being divine, are ready to, or willing to forgive him for your own greatest good, so that you don't have that weight on you. Well, that's a great, that is good that you accept that, Julia. That says a lot about you. That you're a good person. You're really a good woman. You are divine. That you can accept that. And yes, awake. We're both parties are wounded. We mirror each other's scars. You're welcome, Juliet. And thank you for sharing that. Thank you. And that's part of your power also, being able to speak about what it is. Yes, it takes a while, of course, because this is your emotions, but to be able to own your power within it. When you get to the place, matching baggage, exactly, luggage. um, when you get to the place where you can own your part of the situation, if you feel in any way responsible or that you weren't looking or whatever, whatever. Or if it was nothing, it is just something that you felt like you were victimized at the time. It doesn't matter however it went. The ability to be able to say, I want him to be happy. And I'll accept his decision. I'll accept this, because know also that means that there's something better coming. It's nothing about his fault, it's about his path. It's your path and his path. And I understand that, Julia. Believe me, I know. I know. I know. But we have to let them go on their path. And maybe We'll find out after a while, when it's all said and done, that our ancestors, our divine guidance, our soul team was looking out for us, as well as his was looking out for his. Doesn't mean that he's going to, fall into a black pit somewhere. No, but you'll be fine. It may look different or it may take longer or whatever. But know that he will never forget you. Know that. If you don't know anything else, whatever you shared with him, however long you shared it for, whatever you shared of yourself, it made an impact and he will never forget you no matter what he says or where he goes. Just as you won't forget him. And when he looks back on it, it will be a pleasant memory. It'll be a lesson that you taught him, just as when you look back one day, it may be a lesson that he taught you. You have to believe that. You have to know that there's a lesson because you wouldn't have come this far and been put through this. So the question is, what was the lesson? As I was saying, Aquarius, you have these two energies being brought forth during this time period for you. Transformation and forgiveness. So what is the challenge? What is the shadow? Okay. Number 4, karma. Number 4 is transformation. Karma. Karma, meaning that this was divine timing. This is a situation that was meant to happen, however way it happens. There was a lesson for someone to learn about something that they needed to learn, something they needed to release, something that they needed to experience in order to ascend. So it may not be that anybody did anything bad to anybody in a past life and all of that. It could just be that this is what you need right now. This is the lesson that you had to experience in order for you to be able to do what you needed to do. For some people, hi Katrilla. For some people, it may be karma. Could be switching places with this person. Maybe you all have, journeyed several lifetimes together. Maybe this is you being a man now and she being a woman now, or whatever the configuration is, that you may have lived in some type of a relationship together, a marriage, some family situation, whatever. But whatever this is karma. So, how do we get released from the karma? Forgiveness and transformation. You're in a situation that you feel distressed by, that you feel put upon, that you feel pressured, that you feel definitely challenged. You feel your soul challenged. Forgiveness and transformation. Maybe we need to look at our lives that we're living in currently, what's going on around us in the present, and find out what it is about that that may be keeping us embroiled in this situation or feeling this. Feeling like if we feel ourselves like we're getting karma, not that anybody else is telling you that, if this is something you feel yourself, then why not look at it and see what it is? What could it be? Could it be that you haven't forgiven someone or something or somebody? And until you find a place or a way to forgive them, this is going to keep happening? That's karma. You haven't changed. You ask for forgiveness, but you continue to do the same things over and over and over and over. Maybe what's happening for you right now is the karma that you stirred up in this present life. If there are things that's going on around you that you just don't have you can't see anything within yourself that caused this thing to happen to you right now, besides the events in the present, but you still feel like this is karma? Because there's things bad things that can happen, you're just really upset about the bad things that can happen. But if you have these bad things happening to the point where you feel like this is some kind of karma, like what did I ever do? And you really stay with that feeling, then maybe the spirits are trying to tell you that this was or this is karma. But karma doesn't always have to be bad. Karma could be good. Karma could be something that you earned through good deeds. Now, in this depiction, it doesn't look like that at all. But let's see what the author says about karma. So whatever this is, this karma, this is the foundation of of your challenges. It may be saying it's the foundation of your relationship. Uh-oh. Does that make it karmic? And if it does, is that a bad thing? I don't know. Let's see. First, let's clear up one huge thing, one huge misconception about karma. It's not a reward or punishment system being dished out by the universe. In a world of duality is the number one theme helping us to find balance in all aspects of life. Thank you for liking. Thank you so much. Please, when you enter the room, like so that more people know that the live stream is happening. This is what karma is for. Its purpose is purely for evolution and growth. It is a universal law of cause and effect in the name of balance. It is a guiding force for humans along the path of learning soul lessons. Has there ever been a time when you felt a response to a situation with someone that feels stronger than the circumstances warranted? Yeah, that's what I'm like that. This is often due to karmic energy affecting the relationship. Situations and experiences you share with one another are never an accident. They originated from something. It is less important to find out the original causes behind the situation you're currently experiencing in your relationships. It's more important to understand that there is a reason that certain feelings arise and certain situations are coming forward to help you find balance together as souls. Even if you are never made aware of the particular past life or event that's being balanced, it is still happening regardless. Even if the encounters and situations that you are experiencing feel intense for unknown reasons, just know that the universal law of karma is assisting you in your growth nonetheless. It is not always necessary to find a logical conclusion. So we don't need to try to find out what the particular karma was that caused this situation right now. That's not important. What's important is the now, the present, the lesson. All things work together for the good. I say that all the time. Those of you who've been watching this channel know. Ask for divine time, for divine order to be established in your relationship, in your home, in your life, in your career. Ask for divine order. Whatever is supposed to happen, let it happen. Let me get my lessons gently and lovingly. Because sometimes they give you lessons that are boom, like you feel like you've been in the ring with Muhammad Ali. Because they just want you to get the point or get out. Whatever it is that they want you to do, they do. God's will. That's yes, awake. Always ask for God's will to be done. Ask for divine order to be established in your life. Whatever God has for you, let it be open to it. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass us against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Transformation, forgiveness, and transformation. Again, for those of you who don't subscribe to that, Judeo-Christian doctrine or philosophy, why are you letting somebody take up room in your brain if they ain't paying rent? Why carry the burden of somebody else's bad behavior around longer than you needed to? Wasn't it bad enough that they hurt you? Do they need to be weighing you down? Are they worth that much that they're going to keep you from going forward? They're going to keep you from obtaining your highest ascension? Really? No, 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 no. And you're afraid of change. You want to keep doing this over and over and over and over? Don't you know your soul's going to get tired? And eventually, your body's going to pay for it. Before I was doing this morning, when I was getting ready to do this, I kept thinking that song, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Trying to go somewhere too fast. Take your time. Take your time, males. Masculine energies. Take your time. All right? Look inside of yourself and see what is going on. Do some introspection. You can't ask for forgiveness. You're asking for forgiveness and receiving it elevates the divine feminine. If you don't change the behavior that created the situation on which you have to ask for forgiveness, you're not helping yourself at all. You're just creating more karma. You're just creating more negative karma for yourself because you're going to have to ask her for forgiveness again. She's going to keep rising, and you are going to keep staying at the same level that you're at because you're not acting like you've learned any lessons. And that's not her burden. That's yours. You're responsible for your own self, for your own breath. She can put you back together. She can help you. She can lift you out of the doldrums or whatever loss you may be experiencing right now. She could be there having your back, being your friend, being your confidant. She could forgive you for all of your nonsense, whether you ask for it or not. But when you change, and you start to want to live differently, when you start to want to breathe a new, fresh, new beginning, you're going to achieve a peace that you may not have ever even known existed. And it won't be because of the divine feminine, it'll be because of the connection that you will have made with the Creator. Being grateful and being open to the changes as they come. Now we're learning that the changes look differently in the masculine than it does in the feminine. Okay. We found out that there's an eruption type of thing that comes in, that they feel it inside it, like something that bubbles up within them in a different way than it may have done for the females, right? For the feminine energies. Okay, good. However way it happens for you, let it happen. What you got to lose? The bad behavior back there is going to still be available for you at any time. Believe me, there's you can walk back over to the other side if that's what you decide to do. But why not give it a chance? She's already made the decision. She's going to forgive you whether you ask for it or not, because that's the level she's at. But you are aware of who you are. You're aware that you are divine. Maybe you are wavering back and forth, evil, good, devil on one shoulder, angel on the other shoulder. That's the kind of maybe analogy that you have in your head about this, because maybe that's, maybe, I don't know, need cartoons or something, but whatever. Just joking, masculine. Um, but this karma is going to keep coming back to you if you don't change. And being offered forgiveness is immediately going to affect this, but only if you remain in the transformation. If you go back to the same behavior again, even if you do it with somebody else and create more bad more bad karma, or create my girlfriend's a Buddhist, and there's a word that they call it, not challenges, but something similar to that. You have to decide what is it that you want your life to be from this point on. You've taken chances with other things. Why not give yourself a chance? Don't be worried about what other people are going to say. Maybe this is your chance to be the leader and not have to worry about what anybody says, because you have all the tools that you need to lead and to teach, to share what you have, so people are looking up to you rather than people looking down on you and giving you the side eye because they know the hell that you put the feminine through. Raise your vibration by not only asking for forgiveness, but actually giving into the transformation that you feel going on within you because you feel it. It's not anything that anybody's convincing you about. There's something about you that is changing around you. You may have lost something, but you have definitely gained something. But there's more that stands to be gained once you commit to this transformation and ask for forgiveness from your feminine. So this is the shadow. This is what you guys are going to be working on during the time period between now and the end of August, before and after a little. And which of your tools that you've already acquired is going to get you to this balance? Balance. Equality, equilibrium, balance. And balance is also 4. So we got 2 4s. So that's synchronicity. 44, twin flame, manifestation. 4s are foundational. So this karma can be addressed when there's balance within the relationship. The elusive state of balance. Isn't it frustrating when you have finally reached a point of balance that you were attempting to achieve on your path, only to have it go back to an unbalanced state? In a world based on duality that is in constant state of ebb and flow, it is totally okay to move in and out of balance. Enjoy your time in the zone of equilibrium and use it to your advantage. Use it as a time to create momentum in the areas of the life that it applies to. When a state of equilibrium is reached, things tend to flow smoother and things move quicker with peace, joy, and success. Do your best to stay in the present moment, enjoying the experience as it is happening. Conversely, if this card has been pulled to suggest that an area of your life could benefit from some more balance, do not be disheartened. In this realm of constant ebb and flow, even if it seems impossible to bring balance to a particular situation, it is indeed possible. See it as a chance to be an alchemist, turning lead into gold. The amount of resistance or negative that is being experienced can be turned into the exact amount of positive on the other end of the scale of polarity. So balance, temperance, foundation, healing, compromise. Balance is compromise. So maybe compromise will help with the karma. The only way we get to compromise is through communication, right? Balance, equality. Working on your foundation together. Deciding what is it that really needs to go, what needs to change, what behavior are we exhibiting towards one another or outwardly towards the world even. What kind of behavior? What kind of things are you getting into out there in the world that causing you to need to change, that you need to be rescued and changed? and forgiven. You out there being a bad boy? You out there doing something that you know you ain't supposed to be doing? Hiding in the house addicted to readings. I know that feeling. Awake said, I'm hiding in the house addicted to readings. Yeah, I know. It's part of it's a safe place in the house, right? it's it's low vibration, but then again, it's not. Low vibrations outside, right? Yeah, yeah. Very low vibrations. You don't need no more of that draining on you. I agree with that. That's okay. All right. Okay. One more, please. Thank you guys for showing up, being patient with me as I get to learn my way around YouTube and Vimeo. Those extended readings are very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Thank God. I'm enjoying that. Thank you. You're great too, baby. All right, so we got 4 cards here. Gaia's Garden, number 18. This talks about fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. And that was there for number 3, Osiris. That fell on his card. So 18, 1 and 8 is 9. Ancestral message. So once you make this transformation, you will be getting blessed, abundance, fruition, reaping what you sow. So the abundance doesn't have to be financial abundance, but it will be spiritual abundance, and you will have enough to take care of yourself. You will have enough to survive. You'll be able to make a new start. And you will be reaping what you've sown. Maybe that's karma. Maybe it's bad or maybe it's not. Just because it says you be reaping what you've sown doesn't mean anything bad. It could mean that you have worked very hard and you have planted some good seeds and you are going to see the benefits of your hard work. Financially, investments, whatever. Maybe your kids are graduating from medical school or doing something that made you proud. But the abundance of the earth, right? Gaia's garden. All these things are available to you once you make this change. That's the message I'm getting. Okay, right. You have to look in your life and see what's going on that's good besides the stuff that's got you sitting in the house watching videos. Right? No, I haven't been on here that long. I will have a yeah, okay. I have 49 minutes. Sorry about that, Madison. Your finances are good, your health is good, your kids are good, everything, house isn't falling apart, you're not calling the plumber too often. Your life on a regular is good. If it is, then why not just be grateful for that? And maybe that's part of it. Maybe you haven't been as grateful as you should be. And that goes for the masculines, the feminines, and whoever that may be, whoever that would resonate with. Stay on your grind. Do what you need to do for you. Your financial and your material and your spiritual growth. Worry about your spiritual growth and don't worry about your partners. Now, for the next card that came in from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the Wise Woman of Wonderland. Number 21. 2 and 1 is 3. Integrity and compromise. Didn't we talk about compromise a moment ago? Integrity and compromise. Accepting the difference and the God in all of us, the magic in all of us, no matter what we look like, no matter where we come from. Being fair, having integrity, but at the same time being willing to compromise as long as you're not compromising your integrity. That's forgiveness. That fell directly on the feminine. Being able to compromise and still remain within her divinity to maintain your integrity. The next card that came, thank you. Number 13, the Swan Queen. Now, 13, we know in the regular tarot deck is Death, which is Scorpio. Number 13 is 1 and 3, which is 4, which is foundational, which fell on top of Karma, which is 4, which is foundational. So, transformation, intuition, and patience. So there is a change that will be happening, and that will affect the weight of the karma. That'll make a change that you'll be able to feel, all right? That'll lift the vibration in your relationship by using your intuition and showing patience, forgiveness. Also having patience with yourself as you're making the change. Like I said, you're not trying to rush anything. You're just trying to show, not rushing or not even showing, just going with it, going within to go with it, going with the flow, seeing where spirit is trying to lead you, giving that a chance. You've given all other kind of things a chance. Swans. Swans start off as ugly ducklings, but over time, they transform and they become swans. It's possible. The feminine did it. You saw the you witnessed this transformation yourself. She didn't come floating into you like some, ethereal angel. You've known her, you've seen her. For those of you who, have that long-term relationship that you all have been going back and forth, you've seen the change in her and you like it. So don't you want to get some of that for yourself? You trust her. You trust her. You trust her with your secrets. You trust her to really forgive you. So what are you doing in return? Are you going to really change? Yes, swans made for life. They made for life. But if your mate don't become reborn, they're not obligated to stay around. Once you're dead, you're dead. If you haven't transformed, then you are dead. There's a whole bunch of swans out there and fish. Okay, the Swan Queen. And there are crows out there too, yes. The Swan Queen. The Swan Queen glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events in your life. Look at your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers to your own intuition. Don't look outside of yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the waters within you. Within you. The waters are your emotions. That's where your power. Look at that, 55-55. Oh my. Okay. Someone is elevating. Somebody heard that or will hear that, and that's going to make a change for them. Some place where they needed to ascend to. 5555. Ashe. Big change. Don't look outside of yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Now is the moment to meditate and ask for a vision. The power of psychic perception is inherent in you. And the Swan Queen will help you dive deep into your query to find the answers you seek. This is also a reminder to allow time to transform ideas into clarity. Nothing happens overnight. So, yes, meditation, going within, taking notes. Male gods, you can do this, and this is what you need to do. Don't be shy about this stuff because this is part of your journey. These are the lessons that you have to get for yourself. She can only support you. She can't learn them for you. You have to be able to know because when the time comes, you're going to be standing at the throne answering the questions yourself. Nobody's going to do it. Not mama, not daddy, not nana or grandma, and certainly not the Swan Queen, and definitely not the feminine. She might be on the board of directors that's asking you the questions. Just saying. You have to be able to feel this transformation for yourself, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time. But you have to decide what it is that you are ready for and what it is that you want to know. Maybe you're okay with the belief systems that you have been dealing with. Maybe you've never questioned it. Okay. Then why are you around? Why are you here? Because you're just taking up space, creating more bad karma for yourself. If you know that you don't mean to do right, you've already made up your mind that this is as far as this ship is going to ride, then just move on. Be grateful for your forgiveness and let this situation for the divine feminine to be open. Maybe that will be part of your transformation is sacrificing something rather than having it taken away from you. For somebody, I'm sorry. Just whatever. Okay, so if you can, in spite of your fear, be gentle with yourself and allow the change to happen. Only beauty will come of it. More importantly, a shift in perspective is what's called for now. So you have to look at things from a higher plane, right? You have to look at this from a higher level. This is about your soul's journey and the changes that you need to make. And this is those of you who are actually males and those of you who are exhibiting the masculine energy right now. And it could be that you are the one that's asking for forgiveness from your partner. Your partner may, in this particular situation, be vibing the feminine energies right now. All right. And that is also something that we need to recognize. If we look at our partners and we know that they're masculine and we're feminine, as far as our bodies are concerned, and we're in a heterosexual relationship, again, remember there are times that we ebb and flow out of these different energies. And not any detraction, but a lot of us are dealing with masculines who have been raised in homes with a lot of women. And some of them have reacted to this one way, and others have reacted to it this way, another way. But emotionally, they may at times feel like they want to process their emotions like women, but they fight against it so hard. But they really don't have any other way of expressing it because they don't have a lot of male examples of expressing displeasure that doesn't include violence in some realm. So that it could be a challenge for them getting in touch with their feelings because maybe they are afraid that they don't know what the other side of, they don't know what the balance is between the emotional reaction that women have that they are definitely not trying to display. But the other displays of emotion that they have seen or witnessed or heard of that men may display, that they don't want to do that, or that's the only sample that they have. So that's another thing that we have to consider here as we take this journey. So maybe part of this change is the man learning how to express his feelings and his emotions in a safe manner, in an authentic manner. All right. We spoke about it earlier this week in one of the readings that we send our boys, we tell them not to cry, not to act like a girl, that they're whipped, that this, that anything that is going to make them in touch with their emotions in the way that women are, for the most part, in touch with their emotions, we tell them that that's bad. So then how then do we want them to react if we don't show them an alternative that's not at the end of a gun or a fist? So then they may turn to drugs. And so they may turn to liquor because they have pain that they're trying to address and they're trying to dull and they don't know how to handle it. So we have to, again, looking at these things from a higher perspective because we are vibing higher. That's why the divine feminine can be forgiving because of the understanding. Again, not excusing the behavior, but understanding where it comes from. What is at the root of it. But again, not condoning it and not allowing it to be brought to her. No negativity. But being able to forgive them, even if it has to be from a distance, because you have to establish your boundaries and you have to make sure that you are safe. And if it's not a physical harm, then it needs to be, guard your heart, keep your distance, be available if they need to talk to somebody. Okay, fine. But if you don't feel safe letting it get past that, then don't. Send their ass an invoice. I'm just saying. Keep it business. Be their friend, be their pal. But don't be in love with him. Not like that. You're still his twin. You're still mirroring him. You're still helping him. You're just not letting yourself get any further involved. If you're intimate, if you've been intimate with him, fine, okay. So what's stopping you from stopping that? Say no. And move to your separate corners. Just because you was having sex with him last night don't mean you have to have sex with him the rest of your life. If you decide that, you know what, this is it, I can't do this no more, talk about it, explain what's going on, how you feel, and whatever, and act like adults. Not that it's not wonderful sex, not that it's not all the beautiful, explosive rockets, red flare, bombs bursting in there. I know. But if you have to establish a boundary in order to get this person to do what they need to do for themselves without subjecting yourself to their low vibration, then do it. If you want to stay with it and you want to help them through the lesson, fine, do that. But again, be willing to give forgiveness. Help to bring the balance. If you know that they're not supposed to drink and you know that they're not supposed to be around certain things and certain people, then help him not be around them. Don't bring the liquor in the house and you know that he's an alcoholic. Because that's not your problem. It is your problem. He's your twin. You love him. If you know that that's a challenge for him, then don't have it around him. The next card that came here from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, the Sacred Union. Number 27, 2 and 7 is 9 again. Sacred Union. That's what this is. Okay, so we have to act like we know, folks. Start acting like we know. If you know that your partner needs help, then help them. Help them. You can do it from a distance. Send him a link to the, instead of sending him texts about silliness and how you're feeling and whatever like that, send him a link to Alcoholics Anonymous in his community. Let him know that you really are concerned about the person. You need to stand up in who you are. As an example, there could be some addiction, some alcoholism that may be going on. I don't know. I know. I guess it's because of this Gaia's garden, this earth thing. Could be. What is with me? Every time I see certain things that have to do with the earth, I think about alcoholism. But that's what I'm getting. Okay, so could be that is part of what's happening. You could be involved with someone who maybe when they're not around you, if you're not in union with them, or maybe you've just gotten into union with them and now you're finding this out about them. Because people can hide, some of these little addictions, idiosyncrasies, shortcomings. They can hide them from you if you're not living in the same space. And then once you're living together, that's when you see what's really going on. It happens. I could testify to that one. People do, they send their representative. Even through all of the crap you've been through, and if you haven't been living under the same roof with this person, you really may be in for a rude awakening. And now, what do? You ask your ancestors. You ask for divine order to be established in this relationship. You ask for guidance, what it is that you need to know, what it is that you need to do in order to help your partner. And be grateful for the experience. And what do you need to do to protect yourself? First and foremost, be it from their energy or from energy of people that come with them. Because sometimes it's not an addiction. It could be family, codependency. You know, you could finish off a relationship with ex or some karmic or whatever. But what if they got kids? And I'm not talking about little kids, grown ass kids, who have not grown into their divinity as yet, perhaps, maybe. Gratitude for abundance. Number 36, again, ancestors. I'm grateful for the abundance nature and the universe produced in my life. These are from the Conscious Spirit Oracle by Kim Dwyer. There's abundance. You have to show gratitude. Both of you. The abundance that nature and the universe provide in my life. The opportunities that you are being given. The information that's flowing to you. Sacred union. Be grateful. Be grateful for that sacred union. This is 37 or 27. What was this? 27, right? So this is 9 and 36. 9. Yeah. Balance. Got 2 4s right there. That's balance right there. Just having those 2 4s. So what this is saying to me is that you have more. Between the two of you, you're capable of completing this task. It's just that everybody's got to get down to their lessons. Everybody's got to get on board with what it is that they want to do. And for the masculine, it's, do you want to change? Are you willing to transform? Are you willing to put away the things that were no longer serving you, to thank them for their lessons, and let them go? Okay, so this one fell on the table straight up, so we'll give it to this. And this 18, which again is a 9, air elemental. Messages from your spirit guides, from your ancestors. I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. So communication, being open to spirit, embracing the enlightenment that's being brought to you. It's within your reach. You just have to reach up and get it and be open to it and embrace it. Getting still and letting the messages come down to you. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, right? Being open to this experience. What's going on here? Are these part of this? Well, I guess they are. Number 41, Moon Goddess. I'm in harmonious flow with the moon's energy and all phases of life. So, This is respecting the power of the divine feminine. Moon cycles, that's what I'm being told. And 5 is change. Being open to the flow, the change of the moon, the different phases of the moon and all phases of life. So again, embracing that part of the male that may not be in touch with his feminine energy, his feminine side. But he's going to get in touch because that's part of being a divine masculine, is knowing that he embodies both feminine and masculine energy and to embrace both those sides. Then here we have Archangel Michael. I'm grateful for the strength and courage that Archangel Michael brings to my life. So we're asking for our paths to be open. Archangel Michael is also the energy of the Orisha Elegba. So these are opportunities. These are open paths, open ways, more wings, more messages of protection, more messages of guidance, truth. Protection, guidance, and truth. Courage. Have the courage to change. The feminine energy applies to you if the message resonates with you, whether you're male or female. Again, there, Madison Lee, I'm answering that question. There's energies that change within you. That's why you can be a Cancer sun with an Aquarius rising and a Pisces moon. You embody all 3 of those things, plus other planets, again, that you need, you call on those energies when you need them. So what the male is being told to do is to start calling on the feminine energies inside of himself. And maybe, one of those energies is self-forgiveness. Maybe if he starts forgiving himself for what has happened. Ashe, thank you, Ego. That feminine energy of forgiveness may be the first energy he may need in order to start his path towards transformation. Ashe, Ego. The next energy here, crown chakra, number 8. So again, we're back to that number 8, right? That was for the feminine, crown chakra, number 8. You see these colors are kind of sort of similar, huh? Gold and the purple, lilac-like. I know that I'm part of Source and my life is guided by divine wisdom. And there's that wisdom within that forgiveness. Wisdom. I hope I answered your question, Madison. Witness, forgiveness within this experience, right? Wisdom. Presenting yourself as the divine feminine that you are. And learning and feeling through your intuition. Gratitude and divinity. openness, right? Doing your part. And by example, you are showing your partner, part of the sacred union. This is the work. Partnership and romance. Partnership, someone who you're building something with. Partnership, someone that you should be able to trust with your assets, right? With your foundation, right? Building a foundation within the sacred unit, learning to forgive, and being open to the change, the transformation, to try not to build up any negative karma, to allow yourself to embrace the messages that come to you from your ancestors, from the Archangel Michael, to be grateful for your abundance, for your gifts, knowing that you're both transforming. Both of you are transforming. And the same way your transformation took a while, his transformation may take a while too. You just need to have faith in yourself and the divinity within you, knowing that God did not bring you this far to abandon you at all. Look at the lessons, look at the energies, and you'll be able to make a decision of whether or not this is worth more of your energy or not. All right, let's do this. Let's get a postcard from Spirit because maybe somebody needs some reassurance around here. So we'll do that because that's the way I'm being led. Postcard from Spirit are from, by Colette Baron Reed also. She's the person that made these beautiful Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. If you're a Sagittarius, yes, the divine, you don't have to be both. Both of you don't have to be Aquarius to be part of this reading. Okay, so this lends itself to cross-watching as an excuse. If one partner is Aquarius and you're a Virgo or something, yeah, you can watch this. You don't have to be the same. These messages will apply to you as the partner. You will be Aquarius's partner. Sometimes, and then sometimes, yes. You know, you are Aquarius and they're Aquarius, and then this is good. Or you're Aquarius, but your partner is some other sign. So if you're Aquarius and you're watching, your partner doesn't have to be an Aquarius. He could be a Taurus. He could be an Aries. He could be anything. You're the one watching. And if you're drawn to this reading, then there's some message in here that may be for you. It may not be all of them, but there may be something that's being said that will be of benefit to your soul, to your journey, to whatever. Okay, the card that came here from the postcards from Spirit. Yes, whatever. I got it. I have a magnifying glass, and does it help? Oh, hidden treasures. Hidden treasures. Nice. Dearest you, this message is from your ancestors. They're going to answer you. They're going to answer us in the collective. The message is going to come back as us or we, or when they talk to you, they're talking to you, but they're going to talk in the collective. Since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, right? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, You can't offer something sustainable unless it is built on a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact right now that you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check and ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know that you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. I'll hold it there for you so that if you wish to stop it and read it for yourself, you can get that message. They know that you are working on a foundation and you are just working on repairing the cracks. These things don't have to mean that you are going to break up with your partner or anything like that. These are this part of the work. These are the lessons. But what it's saying is that if you're a divine masculine or whoever is exhibiting the need to change, whoever is the one that is exhibiting the need to change, they need to do that. They need to make a decision if that's the way they want to go. And when they do, or whether they do or not, it's up to you as the partner to forgive them. So if I take away the gender or the astrological sign, it still remains the same message. The person that you're dealing with is going through a change. And you're being told to forgive them for whatever it is that has happened up until now. Okay? Just forgive them with no resentment and no qualifications. You're not going to just forgive them if they do such, such, such. You're going to just forgive them just because of the divinity in you. No matter who they are, no matter what sign, no matter what gender they are, if you're dealing in a romantic relationship with someone that you know is going through some things and needs to go through more things, and maybe they have hurt you or maybe they have disappointed you or whatever, you forgive them for yourself. If you know that you have been feeling a stirring in you, an awakening in you, that things are starting to synchronize with things around you, you are feeling the awakening, or you starting to hear some of the stuff or feel some of the things that this crazy woman that you've been dealing with has been feeling, or the crazy partner that you have been talking to has been talking about, that you have been poo-pooing, but you're starting to feel it too, look into that. And it's not your witch doctor, or ain't nobody put a spell on you, or none of that other stuff. The only spell that's been put on you is the spell that your ancestors put on your behind when they were sending you down here to do some work so that you could lift their vibration so that they could move on. So this is the contract that your soul signed on to before you came in this realm. And you could either do it, get with the program, or come back and do it again another time, some other place, somehow. You're going to get this lesson. And this lesson is going to keep coming up for you as long as you have breath and you're living on this realm. Because it's obviously important that you've gotten this far, that you have been introduced to a divine being, and you still playing around? Why are you looking to gift toss in the mouth? Do you know there's other people, other family members, other people in generations that would be more than glad to take this opportunity? That's on you, bro. Anyway, everybody, I'm going to be doing the rest of this reading on the other side. Look, it's an hour and a half. Oh, my Lord. On the other side in Vimeo, I'll do the tarot sexual magic, and we'll see what messages have been coming through there. Ain't none of this easy. This is not easy. If it was easy, more people would be in on it. You're special. We're special, chosen people, chosen to do a task on the behalf of our ancestors, on the behalf of mankind, of humankind, and we got to get with it. And if your partner doesn't want to join you on this journey, oh well. Love him and forgive him and wish him well. Stop allowing yourself to be part of, to bring his energy. Just cut off that part of the relationship. You could be platonic friends. We'll get it together maybe later. Maybe by that time you'll be involved with somebody else and won't matter, but certainly don't sit around waiting. Just be their good friend. And let your friends, let your family, everybody know they don't have to give them the, spit on them when he comes by and stuff. No, just things did not work out this time. But free will. He can keep exercising his free will. They're going to get him later. And he's going to need you then. And that's why they're telling you to be able to forgive, because you are going to have to come to the rescue. And if it's not you, it's going to be somebody very much like you. And that's why he won't be able to forget you. Because even when he meets that other person, all they're going to do is remind him of you. Know that. How could he not? How could they not? You are the bomb. You are divine. And he is too. He is. He'll get it together. If we pray for him and forgive him, as we would want him to forgive us too. So everybody, I'm going to go. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm going to stop this so it'll upload. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and share this video, and I'll be talking to you soon. If you go to Vimeo, you can get some of the trailers that I uploaded for free, and like I said, these second parts of these readings are there. You can watch them at any time. You could either rent them for a month or you can own them forever. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Love you all. Be well. Bye-bye.